We're not that far. We're only in chapter 3. No, that's what this game is all about, honestly. That's like one of the biggest pillars of the story of this game is humanizing Sephiroth, showing how vulnerable he is, how much he cared about his friends, because he grew up being an outcast. So the friends that he made in Soldier meant a lot to him, because he grew up with everyone thinking he was different and he couldn't make any friends. So when he got into Soldier and people looked up to him and he made friends with Angeal and Genesis and Zack, he cares about them a lot. And that's why you see him saving people and doing the whole thing with Genesis later. Like, he cares about them deeply, and it's part of the reason why he starts to lose it later. So there's so much good stuff with Sephiroth in the game. So much good stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. That helps a lot with sustain.
Are you Zack?
In the flesh.
In the
As Soldier
flesh.
First Class, you are now authorized to use Materia.
Oh
fusion.
yeah, here we go.
Whoa! So what do I do?
First, open the main menu. You should now be
Fourth
able to
wall
select
break.
now. Try fusing these two materia. That should give you a general idea of how the process works. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Now we get into the real meat and potatoes. I gotta remember exactly how this works. So now we get to start combining all of our mastered stuff. So this would make me a +5 Dark Blazara, which I could start leveling up. So let's see here. I could actually just do something like this. I'm trying to remember. See, this is the big stuff. Fusing the purple materias, this basically gets me a better HP up on a Ronald materia. I don't remember the best way to do this. Happens if I go this way. Same thing. I want to do a Cura, but I want to do probably like... Okay, it's the same either way. Just do a regular Blizzard. Yeah, I don't remember the best way to do this, but it'll come back to me as I go. But you can make some absolutely crazy combinations with this stuff. Like I said, the purple materia gets ridiculous because you literally like get the purple materia in the green materia. That does nothing at all. Alright, we need to master some more stuff first. Oops. Oh, like I say, it gets insane. I don't want to spoil too much, but you get to the point where you have materia that's giving you 99,999 HP. Like, it gets wild. By end game, you just max your stats with your materia alone. It gets really wild. There's the famous Angeal and Genesis are dead email. The way you get to it is complicated, though. Yeah, the further you go, the crazier it gets. And that's why, like, I love this system so much, because it actually incentivizes you to just equip a bunch of different materia and master it all so you can combine it. I'm going to go ahead and equip Kira for now. See you, Matt.
Hey now, are you sure you know enough about materia fusion?
Nope. That's my answer to everything.
Materia fusion is still a new technology. Some combinations and results have not been tried or discovered yet. That's why we want you to experiment. And if you make a new discovery, let us know.
Finished changing?
Yeah.
I'm trying, I'm trying.
Materia fusion too.
Then return to my office. I'll brief you on the mission.
Yes, sir.
But wait, do I have more missions first? I could try this again. I don't know how much... I'll probably still get one shot. I guess we'll see. Oh, just imagine doing them on the PSP. They take forever. There used to be huge load screens in between everything. Now they're so much faster. But yeah, just wait. Just wait, it gets crazier.
Activating combat mode.
Warm-up's over.
It gets crazier. Yeah, the big thing with the battle, I mean, like, the battle mechanics were surprisingly good in the original. But what really makes the difference is the shortcuts. Because you can chain stuff together now a lot easier. Before you had to menu it, like Kingdom Hearts style.
Conflict resolved.
So, that's like the big difference, honestly. Other than that, it is pretty much like the original. I need to equip this so I don't die.
Activating combat
It
mode.
is surprisingly like the original. You'd be surprised how good the original was with its combat. But, oops.
Bringing out the big guns.
Hey, we haven't seen Odin yet. Oh, you have no idea. In the original, every 3 seconds, every single time the,
Conflict resolved.
oh, well, that happened. That guy one-shot me before. Now I one-shot him. In the original, every time the slots got 2 of the same picture, not 3, 2. it would say modulating phase, everything would freeze, and it would slowly show you the third reel. And then if it was successful, it would then go right into the attack. And you'd have to watch the whole attack animation, and you couldn't skip it. And by the end of the game, when you have the whole thing maxed out, you'd be getting modulating phases like every 3 seconds. But the big thing with this game that they changed that makes it even better is you now select when the attack goes off, which is a huge, huge change. Because before, you could be in the middle of a combo, and the DMW would go off, and it would cut everything out, and just do the DMW limit break. Now, you can do the opposite. Now, the enemy could be doing an attack, and you could cancel their attack with your limit break. So it took something that basically ruined your flow and changed it into something that now you can ruin their flow. So it's better in a number of ways. It's not just better in terms of, you know, annoyance, but it actually makes the combat better too.
Activating combat mode.
Having said that, that does make this game a bit easier, but I don't mind that. It's easier in a good way. If you want it to be harder, you can go play the original, but I'd rather it be better. And it's not like this game's easy, so. In fact, quite the opposite. But no, it's like, it's such a big deal. It's hard to explain how big of a deal it is without having played the original.
Conflict resolved.
Like, if you haven't played the original, it's hard to describe it, but it used to not only be annoying, but ruin your whole flow of battle.
Activating combat mode.
And now it's turned into something that makes the flow of battle even better. So it's such a good change. And it was the one change that I wanted. When they announced this, I said, just let me skip modulating phases. But what they did was even better than what I asked. Just go watch like episode 36 or something of my Crisis Core playthrough when I'm doing post-game. Doing like a million missions in post-game. And you'll just see like every single battle, like 3 modulating phases go off. And it's like absurd how much time it takes. And like, I got to the point in post-game where I was one-shotting everything, and I still couldn't get through battles without modulating phases going off.
Activating combat mode.
And like I said, just everything, like, the shortcuts make such a huge difference. Because before you'd have to menu through this stuff, and it was so much harder to change anything.
Prove your honor to me.
Even the whole, like, you know how when you attack, and then you use a yellow materia afterwards, it's stronger? Even that was harder to pull off, because you'd have to menu to it. Now it's as easy as just spamming square and then hitting L1 in the shortcut when you need it. You could do that in the original too. You could skip battles if you hug the wall sometimes. Some fights are unavoidable.
Activating combat mode.
No MP cost. Don't mind if I do. Mistake. I'm dead. One thing that's weird, I still haven't actually looked to see, but I swear in the original you could block those. You could block cutscene attacks. And in this one you can't. I don't know if that's a on purpose change or what, but I swear in the original you could block cutscene attacks.
Activating combat mode.
But I could be remembering wrong.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah.
Activating combat
Is that a
mode.
hungry?
Got him!
Nope.
Take that!
It's a Spriggan. It's a dead end.
Oh yeah!
Oh
Conflict
yeah.
resolved.
Beat the bird. Are there other RPGs where the party is always one character? Final Fantasy 15. Before this game, I'm sure there were. Lightning Returns, but that was after this. As much as I dislike Lightning Returns, I must say they actually did do the single character RPG pretty well. The combat was not terrible in Lightning Returns. Everything else was.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Dark Cloud, kind of, although I would say that's more of an action RPG. Well, I guess this is an action kind of an action RPG, so
Activating combat mode.
it's fine. Yeah, Dark Cloud. It's a bit different, but
Later! Got him! Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
oh yeah. Dark Cloud is one of my favorite PS2 games. I absolutely love Dark Cloud. Ooh. Half fire damage, or never mind. Plus 30 spirit. Holy cow. HP plus 30%, that would help with the big boy. Kind of want to try... Well, let's do these other missions first. I want to try to beat that mission with a bunch of HP plus stuff. Jade Cocoon? Yeah, I think so. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot is my favorite first-person action RPG horror game. How's it going, Matt?
Resolved.
It's going great. I'm having so much fun with this game, honestly. Something about it. I'm really enjoying it a lot. I enjoyed the original Crisis Core. So, you know, if you didn't enjoy the original Crisis Core, I don't know if there's enough here to, like, change your mind. But if you did like the original Crisis Core, this is really, really good.
Activating combat mode.
Really, really good.
Take that! See it!
Conflict
Oh, yeah.
resolved.
I don't know. With the way the combat works, I'd even be able to... I would even go as far as to say that if you disliked the original Crisis Core, but only because of the combat, I would give this a shot. If you don't like the cheesiness or the goofiness or like the materia fusion thing, then you're not going to like this, but... You know, because it doesn't change any of that, but... If you played the original Crisis Core and you were like, oh, I really want to like this, but I just don't like the combat, I would honestly say give this a shot. It really is so much different with the shortcut system.
Don't you think it's about time you use that sword of yours?
This sword?
is heavy and unwieldy.
Then why don't you bring a lighter one?
But, you know, the story is still really cheesy and poorly written, and with
Prove your honor to me.
the new graphics, it makes it feel even worse. It makes it feel even more cheesy and more ridiculous, because you have these super high quality models
Resolved.
doing the PSP animations. So, you know, if you played the original and you were like, this is too cheesy for me, then don't go anywhere near this. But yeah, man, I'm just having an absolute blast with this game. It's so much fun just to jump in and out of the missions. It's so much better than the original, where you had to wait for so long for stuff to start.
Combat mode.
Thank you for that. That was good.
Conflict resolved.
Man, I forgot about the soldier
Activating
buffs.
combat mode.
You can just sit back and use magic, and you get pretty much all your MP back if you don't take any damage. It's a trap.
Conflict resolved.
I feel like that's how I did so much of the combat, is just spam the magic.
Activating combat mode.
As long as you don't take damage, you'll get it all back.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Magic is too good.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
Speaking of magic. Oh, it's not mastered yet. One more. I need to unequip this, I forgot.
Activating combat mode.
Slaps. It's me.
Oh yeah!
Hey!
Conflict resolved.
Alright, we could do Stop Blade, we could do Poison Blade. Let's try Power Attack. And let's see what this does. I forget, like, all the fusion stuff, which is good. It'll make it fun to try to figure stuff out. Blizzaga Blade. Magic +5. Yeah, I'll take it. We know pretty much nothing about Remake Part 2 yet. Alright, let me run to the bathroom real quick. And then we'll jump into this one. I am back. What did Kate Knoll say about... Did he say anything about the chocolate? I don't think so. But yeah, hope it got to you in good condition. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm so happy to hear that you got the chocolate. Given this game's penchant for reusing the remake's UI, graphical upgrade, and look, do you think we'll see any of these new materia in Rebirth? No. I mean, maybe, but like I wouldn't take that as a hint. They used the remake UI because it made sense and it was cheaper. The reason we have new materia in this game is because that's what this game had. Not because it's like something they're trying. Now, could they use Crisis Core materia in Part 2? Sure, but not because it's in this. Just because that's something they could do.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
But I wouldn't take that as like a clue or anything. They just used the UI because it was cheaper. And it's a good UI. And it fits Crisis Core, to be honest.
Activating combat mode.
But no, this is just the materia that was originally in Crisis Core. They could have used this materia in Part 1 if they wanted to. They just chose not to. But they could have. That would have actually made more sense. Instead of using so much materia in Part 1 that they now don't have to use for new materia in Part 2, they could have used some Crisis Core materia instead.
Activating combat
But
mode.
they chose not to. I don't need to make a materia guide for this, it's an old game. I mean, I could, but I would have made one for the original Crisis Core. It would have been the same. Or at least I think it would have been the same, unless there's differences, but so far I haven't seen any.
Conflict resolved.
I don't know, I guess, to be honest, I didn't make a materia guide for Crisis Core originally, mostly because this game isn't as easily accessible, but now that it's more easily accessible, it wouldn't be a bad idea, would it?
Activating combat mode.
Activating combat mode. Ow, ow, ow. He's got kicks. Holy cow, that's gonna do so much damage if I do it after a whole combo. Which pop-ups are you referring to? I haven't gotten a ton of pop-ups.
Warm-up's over.
From what I remember from Friday.
Go, go, go!
How's it going, Dinham? If you want it to be harder, play the original. It was much harder. Because the combat was harder and you couldn't chain things together as easy.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
The thing is, though, the original's harder for the wrong reasons, but it is harder.
Activating combat
But yeah, I'm a little
mode.
worried with all these changes the game will be easier, but I'm not that worried, because it's still a harder game, I thought. Maybe you're just really good at it. So far, I haven't run into too much issue, though, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, also, you couldn't restart from the fight. You had to restart the whole mission if you died, which is a big difference.
Better run for it!
Gotta run for it. No! Oh my god, that damage.
Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved.
Yeah, I don't... From what I've seen, I don't see anything being retooled for kind of the natural, easier
Activating
difficulty.
combat mode.
But again, like, I remember hard mode being pretty freaking hard. So I don't think all these changes are going to make hard mode like a cakewalk. And I didn't play all the way through hard mode. I only played a little bit of it to try it. But like post-game, even on normal, was hard. So. My opinion might be skewed when I get there, because I played through it once already, but... I mean, I did a 4-star mission. There's a 4-star mission right now that I cannot do. Actually, I think it's 5, but I can't do it because he one-shots me. So, yeah. I don't know. In general, this game is not supposed to be hard. I mean, the game literally gives you invincibility, like, all the time through the slot machine. I feel like it's supposed to be more of a fun game than a
Activating
ruthlessly
combat
challenging one. So I'm not really looking at the difficulty as like, oh, it's not ruthlessly hard, game's bad. Because half the time, if you fail a fight, you can just do it again and you'll get some better DMW luck and win. This fight is something. I need something thunder. Ow. That attack that keeps getting me. Pyro's still doing some damage. Keep my MP low. No MP cost. Get that spin attack away from me. Beyblade! Let it rip! Yeah, that's something that I had not considered. I wonder if you redo fight if you get the same RNG. Because I did get Tomberry again. I wonder how that works. I mean, you shouldn't. If you do, I feel like that's an oversight. I'm gonna start dodging that. Oh no. No, I was stuck. Here, let's see. See if I get Tomberry a third time.
Activating combat mode.
It might have to do with, like... Okay. It might have to do with how, like, the fight works, or what you do in the fight, too, so... I don't know, I think it was a coincidence, to be honest. Well, I got Tomberry again. Well, I feel like I got him later that time. I was gonna try to cancel that. Oh wait, I was pressing the wrong button. I tried to cancel that with Tomberry, but I was hitting the wrong button. Wait for him to attack again. Attack. Attack. Attack me. Thank you. Okay, that didn't work. I was in the middle of an attack.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, the DMW, as you'll learn, controls everything. Everything is based on the DMW. Leveling up Materia, winning fights, getting a girlfriend. Everything rests on the DMW. This is Vegas, the video game. Oh, I have MP cost 0 infinite, so I win.
Conflict resolved.
Elemental Strike.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way.
Dorky Breath. Best attack.
Take that.
Dang it. I wanted to combo that. Ah. Dorky Breath my BMW. This used to be a positive effect. I remember actually being happy when they destroyed my DMW. Like, thank you. I can play the game now. Ah, that was a full combo power attack. It is still RNG, but there's like a hidden thing that helps you level up eventually, so you don't literally go like half the game without leveling up. The more you kill things, it'll eventually just give you your level up, which is definitely good, because you could literally just go half the game without getting a level up, and that would be stupid. Or you could level up like 9 times in the first 9 battles and be super strong.
Resolved.
Now the Materia, on the other hand, is a bit goofy. Sometimes I'll have one Materia that just takes forever to level up, and everything else levels up. It's kind of random.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
Ooh. See, I'm just getting Tomberry a lot. I don't think it's, gonna be RNG. As long as I watch those... Oh god, I'm falling MP. BMW! Help! I canceled his Blizzaga. Dude, the DMW is weird, man. Like, you will get... The luck is very out there. I'll go hours without getting a summon and then get like 9 in a row. It's really random sometimes. Cancel. Oh, I did it too late. I tried to cancel the Fire Aga.
No, not if I can help it.
I'm trying.
Later.
No.
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't say I'm trying anymore. Literally taking the game back. I'm still so baffled on that change. It's the only text I've seen that's been changed. And it's not like there's anything wrong with it. It's so goofy that out of everything they changed that. I'm sure there's probably some more changes I just didn't recognize, but it is pretty funny that they randomly changed that. Oh, I can equip more material now. I didn't even realize. What do I want? Poison. I need to level up some thunder. How's it going, Rattle? It's going great, my man. Wait, can I equip for... No, not yet.
Activating combat mode.
kind of weird how it's set up. I'll get used to it after a while, but R1 and R2 are like above X and circle. Ow.
Activating combat mode.
I gotta watch out for that Blizzaga. Oh, that damage. Full combo. Pyra's leveled up. Watch out. Oh, Poison Blade is like a whole combo. Forgot. That's like a normal attack. It's so easy to dodge. Block, block.
Conflict resolved.
The end. Excuse me. Alright, fire is done. Let's try silence since these guys have a lot of annoying stuff. Also, put Poison Blade on square so it's easier to spam.
Activating combat mode.
Diamond Gloves. Takes a lot of AP. Uh-oh. 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 What do you mean guard? I can't silence this guy? But he's like the perfect target to silence. No MP cost. That's not what I meant to do. Why is he doing the Booker T? I was doing the Booker T pose. Now I'm doing... I don't know. Ow. Anyone get my wrestling references now? He was doing the Booker T. 5 time. Can you dig it? Sucker. Ba-la-la-la-ba-na. 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 Alright, let's get rid of this. What's this? Silence War. Ooh, that's a lot of attack and magic. Yeah, we talked about it this morning. It's great that they're doing a physical version, but there's a lot of yikes with the collector's edition and also the price of the whole thing and also the fact that it took them this long to do it. But I mean, for people that love the pixel remasters, it's a great thing, and it's finally coming to console, so like that's great. No, I haven't. It doesn't seem like you can block cutscene attacks. This gives me more damage, but I need the defense at the moment, so I'm getting one shot.
Activating combat mode.
I'm not a big fan of the pixel remasters, so I don't know if I'm going to get it. I might. I mean, I want to play through the pixel remasters at some point. feel like I can hold a true opinion of them until I play through them entirely, but I'm not playing through them anytime soon, so I don't know if I'm gonna rush out and buy a $75 game for something I'm not gonna play right now. And it's not worth that, even in the slightest. PS4 game for $75. Help, help, help. Help it! Come on, heroes. And it's a limited run, because of course it is. The whole thing just reeks of stealing money. The whole thing just reeks of taking advantage of Final Fantasy fans. Everything with the Pixel remasters feels like taking advantage of fans. And that's why I just have a bad taste in my mouth every time I talk about them. I don't like them. It just reeks of taking advantage of people that have nostalgia for the original games but don't own the old consoles. It's just sad. So if you like the Pixel remasters and you want to buy that collection, I'm sure it'll make you happy, and that's all that matters.
No.
But looking at it objectively from the outside, it just reeks of taking advantage of the fans. When the original ports are just sitting there on PS3 and they could easily port them over, but they just don't. It's just sad.
Activating combat mode.
What the heck is that? Evil Goyle. I need a new power attack. The stun is so nice on it. What? He can heal? Can you not do that? Can I silence him? Of course not. What is the purpose of silence? Everyone's immune to it. Alright, this is fun. Doing the Booker T again. 5 times, 5 times, 5 times. No.
We can't have them calling for backup. I'll draw their attention. Make sure you take them out.
Yeah, you got it. Turks, get him! What? It's Soldier! Everyone, get out here!
Son, what are you shooting at? You're shooting like the wrong way.
What are you doing? They called for backup.
Sorry, jumped too far.
Remember that time I made a fool out of myself in front of Sun?
Bringing out the big guns.
Is this the end?
No, not. Oh yeah.
Well, in Advent Children, and also in the remake, he doesn't have much of an accent from what I remember. So I guess no? I mean, honestly, I never care that much about that kind of stuff. You get new voice actors, or, you know, it's a make-believe world, and although they look like certain, they should have certain accents, it doesn't always mean they should. So that never really bothers me that much. But yeah, I think in Advent Children he doesn't have much of an accent either. So if they're going by that, I guess it's fine. Ow. Ow.
Activating combat mode.
Watch out. I'm not get hit by that. No. Ow. How did I miss? How'd I miss? Okay. I just can't hit this. Oh, I needed that. I love how much you can cancel attacks by attacking. Like, it's so nice. There's so many action RPGs where you're just attacking an enemy and they just say no and hit you, and it's so obnoxious. There, that kind of happened to me, but I'd only hit them once. Once you get like 3 hits on someone, it cancels what they're doing. It's really nice.
Activating combat mode.
I need to unequip power attack. It's mastered in, it doesn't do much in this fight. No.
Brace yourself. Prove your honor to me. I got it.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, like, it feels like Square just refuses to accept what anyone else is doing, and they just live on their own little planet where they're like, Final Fantasy is the greatest thing ever made and it's worth $1 million and anyone would be willing to spend this much. They don't care where the economy's at, they don't care what other people are pricing their games at. They just live in some fantasy land where they're like, yeah, people will pay $75 for 4 NES games and 2 SNES games. When, like, Sonic Mega Collection exists, and Mega Man Legacy Collection exists, and frickin' Nintendo Online exists. They just think they can get away with it. And, you know, to be fair, they're not just NES games, they're remastered NES games, but they've been out for a year also, so I don't know, it's just... I think there's an argument to be made for the price tag, to be honest. But I think the collector's edition, I don't think anyone's looking at that and they're like, yeah, that's reasonable. You get an art book and some vinyl for $260. That's insanity. And even the Final Fantasy 16 one has me scratching my head. At least that one I can kind of understand. I still think it's way overpriced, but... yeah, I don't know. They're living in some power trip where they're like, people will buy it. People will buy it because we're Square, so they'll buy it. Adds equipment tiers elemental. Let's go back to jump.